with his head being put in a toilet by one of the boys at school.
What?
It's called a swirly. You stick somebody's head in the toilet and then you flush. It's called a swirly. Hello Bookworm family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Danny. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell because I'm posting lots of new content all the time. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, please be sure to do that. It is at _dancing_bookworm. I post on there full book reviews and bookish content. So currently I am working on costumes for my Flintstones dance at the studio. A lot of them had to be handmade because it's just not the time of year to buy Halloween costumes. So we had to hand make a lot of them, and by we I mean me, because I come up with themes and ideas and then I have to figure out the costuming. So they're actually coming out pretty cute. I don't hate them, but it is a lot of work. But also right now I am watching a virtual dance competition over on my other phone because my kids recorded their dances a couple weeks ago. We sent them into the competition and now they're competing as if they were at a normal competition. They're just pre-recorded videos. So I am waiting for the award ceremony for our tap group. It's not one of the classes that I teach, but I'm supporting all my dancers. So, but my dancers that I teach are on tomorrow. So, but I am finishing up 2 books before the end of May, which is a Sunday. So I'm finishing up the Oodle Thunks, Una Finds an Egg by Adele Griffin. This is just a cutesy little middle grade book that I started a couple days ago that I just want to finish up for this month. But it is basically about a young cave girl named Una who finds an egg and she's waiting for it to hatch, but her family doesn't think it's going to hatch. They think it's a dead egg. So Una is kind of imagining all the things it could be, even though her family has doubts that it's going to hatch at all. And the second book that I am reading this weekend is Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. This is the second book of the Hunger Games trilogy, which I guess is now a series because they came out with a prequel. But this is about Katniss having to go back into the arena after surviving the first Hunger Games, but there is a twist for a quarter quell that she has to go back in, and she is pretty much dead set on the fact that she's going to die in the arena this time, so it's kind of an emotional one. I've read all the Hunger Games books before, except the Ballad of Snakes and Songbirds, or Songbirds and Snakes, I forget which way it is, which is the new prequel, but I am rereading these before I read the prequel for that reason. But then after this weekend, I have to start on my June books, which I have many. I can't figure out which way to point. Which I have many, and that's not all of them. I still have to get some. I've ordered some off of Amazon, and some are ebooks, and some are audiobooks. So that's not all of them that are up there right now, but I have to keep watching this competition and working on these costumes for right now, so if I read anything, it will probably be Catching Fire once the competition's over and I need some background noise. I would like to finish these costumes tonight just because I thought they were already done, and then I looked in my bag and realized that only a few of them were done, and I thought I had finished all of them, and I did not. So now I have to do more of them. So I want to finish them up tonight, but there is still quite a bit to do, so we'll see how much gets done. But yeah. Other than that, this weekend, this competition goes on for 3 days over the weekend, so I'm literally watching it for 3 days. So that's pretty much what I'm doing this weekend, and sneaking in reading wherever I can, but I am trying to watch as much of the competition as possible because it's good for me as a dance teacher to see what is winning and what is not winning, and see what I can do to improve my choreography, and it's also great to support my dancers. So going to be doing that, and then I have a normal week again. So I don't know really what's going to be in this vlog other than I have a lot of things that I have to do dance-wise. So we'll see how much reading actually gets done, but I do need to read because otherwise I will have a very sad month if I don't start my books as soon as possible. Okay, so it's pretty close to 3 in the morning on Saturday. So I just finished doing my costumes about an hour ago. I just wanted to get them done tonight, so I just did them all, and it took forever, but I'm glad they're done, and I will post a picture right here so you guys can see what they turned out to look like. But I'm very happy with them. I like to say they go from Walmart to Weissman's when I make them because I buy them off the shelf at Walmart, and then I have to turn them into fancy dance costumes. So Wiseman's is a dance costume company that everybody buys from. So Walmart to Wiseman's. But I am going to go to bed, I think. I did finish Catching Fire. That's what I was going to say. Call pile wise, I feel like it's pretty obvious that I'm giving it a 5-star, mainly because of nostalgia, but also this is my favorite book in the Hunger Games series. Even though it took me forever to get through reading, I'm glad I did. But the call pile turned out to be characters. I gave a 9. Atmosphere, I gave a 10. This is my favorite, like, concept of an arena, like, with the clock and stuff. I think that's really cool. Writing, I gave a 7 because, I mean, like, Suzanne Collins' writing isn't the best, but still an addiction. Plot, I gave a 9. Intrigue, a 10, because, like, duh, it's Hunger Games. Logic, I gave a 6, because, like, honestly, in reality, if this happened, they'd probably just all off her, like, first chance they got, because she's a big threat. But anyways, and then enjoyment, I gave a 10 because, you know, it's the Hunger Games. So yeah, so that turned out to be a 5-star rating, obviously. But tomorrow I would like to finish reading Oodle Thunks. Tomorrow I'm also going to reorganize my bookshelf while I'm watching competitions, and my best friend's dance studio is doing their virtual recital tomorrow, so I'm going to also be watching that. So I'm going to be having like 2 pieces of technology going, one for competition, one for virtual recital, and reorganizing my bookshelf. That's all tomorrow. And I think I also I have to do all my Instagram posts for May that I have slacked on. I have to do all my book journals I haven't done yet that I have slacked on. And I have to get all my wrap-up stuff done that I have slacked on. So yeah. Oh, and I have to edit my book review video for Sunday. So I have a lot to do tomorrow. So, well, tomorrow being today, because it's Saturday now. But yeah, today is gonna be crazy. But I think I'm going to head to bed now and try not to think about all the things I have to do tomorrow. Eek. And yeah. Okay, so it's about 12:30 on Saturday, and I have been watching the virtual dance competitions all day long. Ava has been watching them with me for about the last hour, and we got a box. This is from Horizon Books, and they're just doing a book bundle package, so Ava wants to know what's inside of it, so we're just going to open it up in this vlog, because I don't think there's that many where I'd have to open it up separately. I
don't know how to open.
It's a lot of tape. It's a lot of tape. Hold on.
It's like a present.
That's a lot of tape. Here you go.
I think we put so much tape on it. It's just one
to prevent
box.
small children from getting into it.
I'm not small. I'm almost 7.
Yeah, but you're peanutty.
I'm not peanut.
Aren't you? Got the scissors. So this is from Horizon Books. They are a company in Seattle that is just doing book bundles, and you get to kind of tell them what kind of books you're interested in. I believe I said I like middle grade. I don't honestly remember what I said, but we're gonna pop it open and see. So first thing on top is a bookmark. Awesome. All right, then we have Ella Enchanted, which I'm sure you guys have heard of the movie, if not the book, but it is about a girl who is born with the gift to not say no. Well, she's not born with it. A fairy casts a spell, and she can't say no to anyone, so basically she has to do all these, like, bad things because of other people. This one's called Slaughter, the Demonata Slaughter? It sounds creepy. It says, that's when the demon bursts out of the manhole and grabs him. It happens in a blur, and it's so fast, so violent, so shocking that several people in the crowd cry out in alarm. So that sounds creepy. Oh, and this is by Gail Carson Levine, and this is by Darren Shaw. All right, then we have Girl, a novel by Blake Nelson. And this is, it says, welcome to the world of Portland teenager Andrea Marr, the bold, shy, often confused, but always resilient heroine of a girl, told in the voice that reads like an intimate diary of a young woman about how to take life on full throttle. So, just a standard, I believe it's YA.
Lockwood and Go.
Lockwood and Company, that's a C. So, CO stands for company. And this is by Jonathan Stroud, and this is one of a series. So this is the first one in the series. It's called The Streaming Staircase. This is also a Disney book. And it is about a sinister problem that occurred in London. All nature of ghosts, haunts, spirits, and specters are appearing throughout the city, and they aren't exactly friendly. And the last one is
Bug.
Bug.
The ugly guy.
Big Ugly Guy by Jane Yolen and Adam Stempel. And this is about, it says Sammy Greenberg doesn't have a lot of friends. All too often he finds himself with his head being put in a toilet by one of the boys at school.
What?
It's called a swirly. You stick somebody's head in the toilet and then you flush. It's called a swirly. So yeah, these are pretty good. YA middle grade-ish, and I don't remember how much I spent. I'll write how much I spent down below, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books and a bookmark, and they are all, what are you doing? That's the author's picture in one of the books. They are all in great condition. They all actually have like a library-ish cover to it, which is cool. And I think it's worth the money. I would get it again. And it's supporting a small business, which is awesome because small businesses are definitely suffering right now. So.
I can't even read.
You can read, you just can't read YA books. Plus, I think this one's creepy. Oh no, this one's not the creepy one.
I might read the creepy one.
You're not going to read the creepy one. You'll have nightmares. Oh, I'm going to go back to watching virtual competitions. My best friend dance recital starts in a half an hour, and I'm going to watch that on my computer and have the competition playing in the background. So I'm going to have 2 things going at once. And what are you going to go do?
I hate my job because I get to pick up a million rocks.
You have to pick up a million rocks?
Yes.
Okay. Have fun.
But I'm not.
But you're not? Alright, so I will check in later.
Bye!
Okay, so it's a little after 3:30. I just finished watching my best friend's dance recital. It was pretty cool to watch it virtually, actually. I didn't know how it would go over, like, with it being pre-recorded and stuff, but it was actually kind of nice because I could, like, get snacks and, like, go to the bathroom and stuff like that and not feel like I'm interrupting people, so that was cool. And I also watched it with Ava, which was nice to have, like, a little buddy to chat with while we were watching stuff. And at the same time, we were watching the Groove dance competition where my kids were performing. Their performances were this morning, but I'm trying to just kind of tune in and watch, like, things like throughout the competition to see what's popular in dances right now, what songs are being used a lot, kind of stuff like that. So I've had both of them set up. I'll put a picture here, but I had both of them set up and snacks, and me and Ava were just kind of chilling, watching. So that was fun. And now I think I'm going to reorganize my bookshelves while I keep watching the competition. My kids have their awards in about 2 hours. An hour? 2 hours. 2 hours is their award ceremony, so I'll see how they place then. And then I have one more dancer. She's not actually one that I choreographed, but she's a dancer from my studio who's performing tonight, and her awards aren't until 11, so pretty much a late night tonight, but I'm powered up on Mountain Dew right now, so I'm pretty good. But yeah, I want to redo my bookshelves just because they're kind of disorganized from the original way that I had organized them, so I think now I'm going to go more like based on like reading level, like children's, middle grade, young adult, adult kind of thing, because that's kind of how I pick my books anyway, like genre and reading level, so that's what I'm gonna do next, and I'm pretty bored. Like, I mean, watching the competitions and recitals and stuff are pretty fun, but I just want to go somewhere, do something. I am so excited for our recital now that I watched my friend's recital. Like, I'm really excited for ours because we just need closure to this year so we can get excited for next year. So, but yeah, organizing, cleaning. I have to vacuum and stuff. I have, from doing the costumes yesterday, I have like little threads and strings and rhinestones and stuff all over the floor, so. My room is clean-ish. My bookshelf is reorganized. I ended up organizing it by reading level, so I did a shelf of middle grade, a shelf of YA, and a shelf of adult and new adult. Oh, and children's and middle grade are together too. But I put those all together and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I had to do some horizontal because I just don't have enough room, but I also don't have enough room for a 4th bookshelf. I mean, I do, but I wouldn't be able to open my door. So But then I watched the awards ceremony for my kids, and they did pretty good. My one soloist, who this is her first time competing, and she only dances a couple hours a week. Not even. I think she dances less than a couple hours a week. But she ended up getting an Elite Sapphire, which the way that the medaling works for this competition, it's like Sapphire, Elite Sapphire, Diamond, Elite Diamond, and then Groove Perfection, I want to say is what it is, because it's the groove dance competition. So multiple people can get those awards. It's just what your score equals. So her score equaled an Elite Sapphire. And then my other girl got a Diamond, which is really good, especially because this is also her first solo. She dances more hours a week though, but it's also her first solo, so we were happy about that. And she also got second in her category, which was musical theater, so she got second out of the musical theater numbers that were in her division. So that was pretty cool. I'm now waiting on some chicken tenders to arrive, thanks to DoorDash. And I have one more girl competing tonight at 7:20. So 1 hour from now, she's competing, but her awards aren't until 11 tonight. So what I am going to do is I am going to watch her compete and watch a little bit of her like direct competition after her. And then I am going to work on my Instagram posts because tomorrow's the last day of the month. And I also want to read Oodle Thunks tonight, but I don't think I'm going to do that until 11 because I don't want to be like super distracted from watching the competition because I do want to watch it. So, but yes, I need to read Oodle Thunks tonight, but I really need to do my Instagram posts and finish up my book journals and all that stuff today and tomorrow because it's almost June. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so it's a little after 3, and I just watched my last 2 groups compete. They're my, like, younger kids, so they're ages 8 to 11, and they're our mini team, but they compete petite. It's just how our things are labeled versus other studios. If you're not a dancer or a dance teacher, you probably have no idea what that means anyway, so it's fine. But my kids, I think they did really good. I was watching the other competition around them, and I think they did really good, so we'll see. Their award ceremony's at 8 o'clock tonight, so they competed their lyrical and tap, so I taught their lyrical, and another teacher taught their tap, so I'm excited. I think they looked really good. But now I'm going to do my laundry, eat something, and then I think I'm gonna read Oodle Thunks, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff I have to do for a wrap up for the month. Oh, I also have to edit my Bookerty video. Whoa, it's Sunday. I gotta do that. I have to edit and post my Bookerty videos. I will probably do my laundry, eat, and then do that, because that's gonna take a while, and then read Oodle Thunks and do my wrap up. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to film my wrap-up video today, but I have a lot of like Instagram wrap-up stuff to do and like my book journal wrap-up stuff to do. So we'll see if I get to filming today. I might, I don't know. But right now I need to focus on my Bookerty video because I totally forgot about that. Oops. Okay, so it's a little after 7. I have about 45 minutes until my kids' award ceremony, but I just went outside and finished reading Oodle Thunks, Una Finds an Egg. This is by Adele Griffin, and the art is by Mike Wu. This is pretty cute. It wasn't like my favorite read ever, but it was pretty cute. Characters I gave a 5. Atmosphere I gave an 8 because you don't read a lot about like before BC, caveman book kind of things. Writing I gave a 4, plot I gave a 5. Nothing was really like standout amazing to me besides the atmosphere. Intrigue I gave a 4, logic I gave a 3. I mean, this was pretty low logic. They were cavemen and things just didn't make a whole lot of sense. And enjoyment I gave a 5. It was pretty average, pretty middle of the road, so it did end up being a 3-star rating for me. I probably won't continue with the series, but it was a cute little read, and it does fill one of my like yearly book prompts, which was to read a book that takes place in BC times. So that will be my last book of May, which is pretty exciting. So now I'm going to do all my book journal, book wrap-ups, Instagram posts, all that stuff that I need to do. That's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night, along with watching my kids' award ceremony, so that tomorrow I can start June reads. Also tomorrow we start our outside classes for dance. So I have kids coming here 6 feet apart in my backyard dancing, which is going to be fun, but it's also going to be a lot of work to try to get that to work out where everybody's being safe and healthy and everything. So It's going to be definitely a challenging week, but I'm hoping I can use some downtime to really get into books because, as you can see, I have a lot on my TBR, and that's without the and audiobooks that I already have planned out as well. So we will see how it goes. Hopefully I can get a lot of reading done, but also we have the last week of June into the first week of July off from work. And then our dance recital is the third week of July at a park outside. So my first few weeks of my last week of June and my first week of July will be pretty mellow, but then the next 2 weeks of July are going to be crazy, and then I'm off for a few weeks until August, and then in August I only work 2 weeks. But during all this I am babysitting during the day 3 days a week. So it's not going to be horrible summer. It's going to be fun. I'm going to get to spend time with the kids and also teach dance, but I'm not going to be too overwhelmed, I don't think. So will be nice, but right now I have a lot of May wrap-up stuff to do, so I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so it's about 9:30, right? Yeah, it's about 9:30, and I just got done watching my dancers' last award ceremony, and this was my mini group, and their lyrical got a diamond, which is the third highest they can get, and they got first in their category, which is like first in like their age division lyrical, and then their tap dance, which I don't teach, another teacher teaches their tap because I'm not a tapper, but they placed first in their category, won an elite diamond, which is the second highest they can get, and also won first overall in their age division. So of all the dances that competed in the mini level, they got first, which is incredible. I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of all my dancers. I think everybody actually ended up doing a really good job, and some of them placed way higher than I expected, and some of them placed about where I thought they would, but a lot of them, it was their first year dancing too, so I'm just proud. I'm a proud dance instructor. I can't believe that they managed to do a virtual dance competition. Like, that's so cool to me. So I'm very happy, but it is finally over. It has been 3 days of me watching it on my phone, so I am kind of glad that it's over, just because I'm tired. I woke up early and stayed up late to watch them for 3 days now, so I am ready for some reading and some bedtime, but I also have to do my wrap-ups because I haven't done those yet. The things that I keep saying I'm going to do, I haven't done yet. So I'm going to actually do that now, and hopefully I won't be up too late because I don't think I'm going to have time to take a nap at all tomorrow because I have dancers coming here, and I'm babysitting, and the cleaning lady's going to be here, so I really think I'm just going to be kind of up all day. So I have to go to bed at some point, but I also have a lot of stuff to do, so I can't decide what I want to do, but it's also the last day of May, so it's kind of answering it for me. I have to do my wrap-up stuff so I can start my new stuff tomorrow. Hello. So it's a little after 11, and I am beat beyond beat. I am so tired. Today has just been exhausting, and I realized I have not even told you what books I plan on reading now that it is June. Obviously, you guys have probably seen my TBR. If you haven't, please go check it out. I will link it down below. But it was my Bookerty and my Reading Rivalry TBRs, and my Reading Rivalry group is doing Pride Month this month, so a lot of my books represent the LGBTQ plus community, which is awesome. But Bookerty also kind of bit my butt again this month. I think it picked 10 books for me to read. I don't remember. Maybe a little bit more than 10. I think it's more than 10. I don't remember off the top of my head how many I'm actually reading this month. But guys, I am so beat. I am so tired. Today has been rough. I have 4 more days of this, and I need a nap. Like, I'm so tired. But I want to tell you guys what books I'm planning on reading. I have 2 more things to do for my Instagram wrap up, and then I'm done with that. And I'm hoping to be asleep by 1 seems reasonable. That would give me like 7-ish hours of sleep, so that would be really nice if that could happen. But last night, right at midnight, I started Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. This is the 3rd book in the Hunger Games trilogy, which is now kind of a series because they made a prequel. But this is Katniss has escaped the 2nd arena that she has been forced into in the Hunger Games, which is a game where kids have to basically go kill each other because that's how they pay for their crimes that they didn't commit. You know, seems normal. But this is specifically about when she escapes the 2nd arena and she is separated from PETA, and they are trying to turn her into a symbol of a rebellion that she's not really interested in being a part of. So I got through like the 1st chapter last night, but I'm listening to it on audiobook. So and I will actually link the audiobook down below because it is one from YouTube, so I will link that here. The other book that I'm reading that I did want to read tonight, but I don't think I'm going to get to it because I don't think my eyes will stay open, so hopefully tomorrow night, is For Everyone by Jason Reynolds. This is just a short poetry book full of poems of inspiration for everyone of every color, every race, every gender, every sexuality, everything. It's just uplifting and it's perfect for this time. And this is for my TBR prompt of a short read, I think. I think it's for a short read, but I am looking forward to reading that one. Oh, and Mockingjay is for a sci-fi reread. And then the next book that I'm planning on reading at some point this week is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. This is a graphic novel, though it is a chunky graphic novel. I'm not used to big graphic novels, so it's weird to me. But this is about a prince whose best friend is a dressmaker and is the only person who knows his secret, which is that he likes to dress up as a girl at night and go perform in drag. This was for my historical LGBTQ prompt, and when I looked it up, it said it was historical, but reading it, I don't know if it is. Like, reading through the description, I don't know if it is, so we're gonna have to read it and find out. If not, I'm still gonna count it for that prompt because Google lied to me, so but I have wanted to read this one for a while, and I am excited to get to it. And then the last one I'd like to read this week, even if I don't get to it in this vlog, hopefully over the weekend, is a e-library book that I took out on my Kindle, and it is Kings, Queens, and the In-Betweens, and it is about a girl who is struggling because she is in love with her straight best friend, and life's kind of going to crap, so she discovers drag shows for the first time and starts to feel at home for the first time among her drag community. So I am excited to do some of this reading this week, but I hope I can get to it because I am so beat and I just don't see when I'm going to have downtime. So I'm crossing my fingers that I can have some downtime soon because I'm slowly falling apart just a little bit, just a little tired, just a little bit. But yeah, so that's that. I'm going to finish up this wrap up. 2 more things to do. That shouldn't take too long. I say that, but it will take long because that's just my life. But hopefully it won't take too long, and then I'm going to go to bed. So that wraps up today. But yes, hopefully tomorrow there will actually be some reading for you. Okay, so it's about 9:30 and I'm just tired. Today was pretty good. I'm just worn. The world is exhausting me right now. Everything that's going on. Keeping up with everything, reading everything, learning everything I can right now is just tearing me down. So I'm exhausted and I just kind of need some mental health time, so I'm just going to lay here and read. I am going to read For Everyone by Jason Reynolds and get that one done and out of the way, and then I think I'm going to start The Prince and the Dressmaker because I really want to spend the weekend reading Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens because that is a e-library book, so in order to finish it before it has to be returned, I have to kind of read it this weekend, so... But yeah, I'm going to just kind of have some me time with my books for right now because I'm just tired. Okay, so it's about 11:45 and I just flew through this. I read it in less than a half an hour. It is written in like a poetic format, but it's also written more as like a letter with some cool like graphic writing in it too as well. It's such a simple read and it's a read that everyone should read. I have no problem giving this 5 stars. I don't even really know how to put it through the call pile system because it doesn't have characters or anything, so I kind of just know it's going to be a 5-star because it is very inspirational. So basically this is a letter that he started writing when he was 28, which is the age that I am now, so it's words that I needed to hear, and it's all about the dreams that he had and how he thought he would have made it by now, but he has a different version of what making it means, and making it doesn't necessarily mean succeeding. It means doing the thing you love, and how you just need to jump into those dreams and those things that you've always desired doing no matter what. It is a beautiful piece of poetry, letter, whatever it is. It's its own classification, it's its own thing, and it's just beautifully written. I really believe Jason Reynolds can do no wrong. I love all of his books. But that was definitely something that I needed to read, something that I needed to hear right now, because I haven't even really known how to speak about what's going on in the world. I've kind of been silently active, I guess. I have donated some money to some causes. I did Blackout Tuesday on social media, but I just haven't known what to say, because I feel like every time I want to say something, my thoughts just go back to the video of George Floyd, and I never intended to watch the video because mentally I knew I wasn't strong enough, but I did end up watching it, and I just don't understand how you can put your knee on someone's neck until they go limp and then think that the answer is to just call an ambulance. Like, out of that ambulance, magic fairies are going to appear and fix all the problems that you caused. The bottom line is that cop killed him, and even if he was able to be resuscitated, which he wasn't because he was dead by the time they called the ambulance, but even if he was able to be resuscitated, it doesn't take away the fact that he was killed in the first place. So the fact that he wasn't resuscitated is heartbreaking beyond belief. I think the reason that I haven't spoken up so much in social media as I've wanted to is because I am just so shocked that somebody can kneel on somebody's neck and kill them and take the life out of them and feel them go limp and not shed a tear, not ache, not be remorseful. There was not a sign of remorse on his face in that video. And it is just amazing to me that we live in such a dark place, because I go back to the quote from the BFG, and I've posted this a couple times now since the incident, and it's just, the giants are fighting, and the girl in the book, I believe her name's Sophie, says they're going to kill each other, and the giant's like, no, we don't kill each other. And he says human beings, which is what he calls human beings, human beings are the only kind that be killing their own, or the only animal that be killing their own kind. And how true is that? Like, dogs don't go up to each other and kill each other based on the color of their fur. Butterflies don't kill each other based on if they're a monarch butterfly or a different kind of butterfly. I don't even know what kind of butterflies. People kill each other based on outer appearance, and no other animal does that. No other animal looks at another animal and says, yes, you're a black dog and I'm a white dog, so I must rip your throat out. That doesn't happen. So I don't understand why we think we are so above the lowest animal, because we're not. So that's my little rant about the situation that I have not felt like I could put into words until right now. But yeah, it's been a depressing week, and it's been hard to look at our world, pandemic and riots and everything else that's going on, and feel mentally healthy. And I don't feel mentally healthy. I feel very worn down and exhausted and tired and frustrated, and I just really needed something uplifting. And that is why I am so glad that Jason Reynolds, who is a Black author who writes books for everyone, but focuses a lot in his books on Black Lives Mattering. It's beautiful to me that his words connect to me in a way that I have never thought about them. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start The Prince and the Dressmaker. I also am working on a crossword puzzle for Reading Rivalry. They have some cute little like extra point bonus things to do this month. I mean, they always have those, but the ones this month are extra cute. So I'm excited to do them and kind of, you know, take some time for myself as well, just because I am feeling myself get to that place where I'm mentally unhealthy and I need to take some mental health time and just rest. So that's what I'm going to do now. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it's about 9:45. Oh my gosh, I look tired. Oh, I just noticed that. Okay, but it's about 9:45, and the kids and I made like little kitty cocktails today, so that was fun. I needed to do them for my Reading Rivalries bonus for this month, was to make a fun summer drink. So we made our fun summer drinks, and we had a really chill day. Honestly, okay, Jacob is so sweet sometimes. The other day, I was laying on the trampoline pretending to be sleeping, and I have my stuffed dog. You guys have seen it in vlogs before, but this is my stuffed dog Oreo, and I was pretending to be asleep on the trampoline, and he came over and he lifted up my arm and tucked himself underneath my arm and looked at me and he goes, Olilo, because he can't say his R's yet, so he said Olilo, which was Oreo, and he was pretending to be my stuffed dog so I could go to sleep, which was the sweetest. And then today we're sitting on the couch and he just like stands up on the couch. I'm like, what you doing? And he leans over and kisses the top of my head. It was so sweet. He is the sweetest sometimes, and he knows just what I need. But then like not even an hour later, he peed on me, so I was feeling less of the warm fuzzies then. But he was really sweet. He's just the sweetest sometimes, and he really does know what people need, and he can be trouble for sure, but he ultimately is such a sweet kid, and I just adore him. So yeah, I had a really chill day with him. Ava actually took a nap, which was weird. Like, she took like an hour nap. I think she's just been staying up late. And then the baby slept for a really long time. So it was me and Jacob for a lot of the day, and he was a cute little boy today. I liked him today. He was sweet. So, I am going to now read The Prince and the Dressmaker, and I think I can finish it up tonight. It doesn't take too long to read, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm probably just going to watch TV until I fall asleep. This vlog is not very fascinating, I know, because I've just been doing a bunch of wrap-up stuff, but it's all I could muster. All I could muster this week, so hopefully next week's vlog will be a little bit more entertaining, but I hope I can at least talk about Prince and the Dressmaker with you guys before this vlog ends tomorrow, and maybe I'll even be able to read I Am Alfonso Jones. Maybe I'll be able to squeeze that one in as well, so we'll hope I can get some stuff done. Good morning. It is 9 o'clock. I am about to start my day with the kids, but I wanted to share with you guys first that I did finish The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang last night. It was pretty good. Overall, normally graphic novels for me are either a ride or die. They're either 5-star or 1-star and no in between, but this one was a nice solid 4-star, and I actually really enjoyed it. Caw pile wise, so if you guys don't know what caw pile is, it is what G at Book Roast uses to rate her books, that I have kind of been using this year as well, but it just kind of breaks down the categories a little bit better so you can describe more why you liked a book or why you didn't like a book. So I will link her video for that down below. But characters, I gave an 8. Same with atmosphere and writing. I thought they were all pretty above average, like they were pretty good. With the atmosphere, I enjoyed the atmosphere because it did have that classic historical king queen vibe to it, like 1800s kind of thing vibe, but it also had some modern takes to it too, which was really cool. And then plot, I gave a 9. I thought the plot was really clever and creative. Intrigue, I only gave a 7. And logic, I only gave a 5 because I felt like when everything is kind of discovered and like things kind of come together at the end, the reactions that people had weren't actually realistic for the time period, so... but that enjoyment I gave an 8, so it did turn out to be a 4-star rating, so I really enjoyed it. I also started I Am Alfonso Jones last night, and I got about halfway through, so I will probably finish that up tonight. But yeah, overall I'm going to just kind of do my day. So it is 9:30 at night. That's probably where I'm going to wrap up the vlog, but I got some stuff I wanted to share with you guys. So today was actually so hot out, and I ended up having to go out and record some dances because a couple of my dancers aren't comfortable doing partner work for our recital, so I had to change them up a little bit, and then I recorded myself doing them, which they were both acro routines, and then one tap solo I had to record as well. And the acro routines, I'm old, man. I don't tumble anymore. I did like a bridge and I am so sore. So sore. I did a cartwheel and I thought I was gonna like blow out my legs. I don't know. I'm not a tumbler anymore, man. It's so weird because I used to tumble all the time and like you would not catch me like standing straight up. I would always be upside down, and now to even think about tumbling hurts me. It hurts me so bad. So anyway, I had to record those, and then I went swimming for the first time this year. I didn't really swim. I like waded in the water because it was cold. It was like ice cold, but it felt good, but it didn't feel good. But yeah. And then our little cousin came over to play with Ava for a little bit. So, and then I had to teach, and I had a dancer come here. I taught on Zoom, but I did just finish I Am Alfonso Jones by Tony Medina, and call pile wise, I gave pretty much 8 and 9s across the board. It is such a interesting piece of writing for the time period we're in. I actually don't even know when it was written. Let me see when it was written. So it was written in 2017, and there's things in this book that, I mean, I've heard about on the news yesterday, and this was written in 2017. This stuff is still happening. It's been 3 years. It's been a lifetime, but since this book was written, since this stuff was already blowing up in this book and things were happening that triggered this book, more has happened. More has happened. That's crazy to me. Anyway, but it was pretty much 8 and 9s across the board for me. I gave characters a 8. I thought they were pretty good. And then atmosphere, I gave a 9, along with writing and plot also got 9s. I felt like it was a really interesting take on it to have him be on a train with all these other people that were killed due to racism, so that was really interesting to me. And the plot overall, like, it is what it is today. It was an unsolved plot because, I mean, racism still exists, and that's kind of what you get out of the book. And I feel like that's not really a spoiler alert because, I mean, it's happening outside our houses right now. Like, it's happening in this world. So, intrigue, I gave an 8, along with enjoyment. I felt like I kept wanting to come back to it, but it was something that I wanted to put down because it did make me uncomfortable. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's supposed to make you think about why this stuff is happening, but it wasn't like something that I wanted to like keep my eyes glued to because it was upsetting, but I did enjoy reading it as well. And then logic, I gave a 9 because the stuff, I mean, obviously, like, nobody's on a train. Well, actually, I don't know what happens after people die. Maybe they are, but I don't assume people are on a train visiting, you know, like all these sad things that happened after they die. I hope they go to a happier place. But I feel like the stuff that happened in the streets with the riots and the protests and all that was very accurate. And there were things in it that, I mean, just shows how ignorant I am, and I'm trying to learn my way out of ignorance. So, people always say, like, ignorance is bliss and whatever. It's not. It's horrible. You shouldn't be ignorant. But also, I think one of the things is, like, people look at ignorance as a bad thing. Ignorance is a bad thing if you're not willing to change. But if you are willing to learn, to improve on who you are, to make you less ignorant in a situation, then I think that it's not a bad thing. I think you're just uneducated on the situation. And once you get educated on that situation, then, you know, it reflects into who you are. But it just shows my ignorance, because things that they're saying in this graphic novel that was written in 2017, signs and protests that say, like, I can't breathe. And I thought that this was something that just happened. So I'm, like, reading it and I'm like, wow, this is weird that this is in here. I mean, this book definitely wasn't written last week, like, so I was really confused, but I looked it up and there's been so many situations where I can't breathe is actually a thing that somebody had to say because of police brutality. So, yeah, it is a shame. It wasn't exactly a happy read, but it was a read that I needed because, like I said, I'm not super educated on the situation. So I do think I'm going to do my book journaling tonight, because I just don't feel like picking up another book right now. But I know starting tomorrow, I'm going to start Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens. But I'm going to wrap up the vlog here because I'm just going to do my book journal and stuff. But yeah, so we had some pretty good reads in this. I think mostly 4 and 5 stars, which is awesome. But definitely I think with everything that's going on in the world, that I Am Alfonso Jones is a great read for right now, and I think that it would be really eye-opening to some teenagers because it is YA based and it is a graphic novel, so even if they don't really like reading, it's a great book. But it definitely educated me to things that I didn't know, and I'm glad that it did, and I think that it would be educating to today's youth as well, so I highly suggest it. So yeah, but I think that's all for now. I think I'll sign off here and do my book journaling, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Wasn't that a great video? Clearly books make me very happy. Now you can make me happy too. Click the subscribe button to follow my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you think I did good. And the notification bell will let you know when I post new content. Also, follow my Instagram for more book shenanigans.